This video starts with a test. How many times in the last week have you told yourself that you're going to fail at something, that you're going to embarrass yourself, that there's absolutely no way you can achieve that thing? If you're anything like me, these kinds of thoughts would have happened with far too much regularity. And if you're watching this video, you probably want to learn how to stop them. The first step is to recognize their existence. As long as you can do that, then you can laugh in their faces. My name is Alex. This is A Happy Change, a channel all about recovering from mental illness and celebrating the journey along the way. And you look fantastic today. So read any introduction to CBT or a book that distills this idea of rational brain versus irrational brain, and you'll have an idea that our brain is in a constant conversation with itself. Part of our brain is led by emotion, and part of our brain is led by logic. In CBT, a happy medium exists known as the wise mind. But right now, if you're watching this video, you probably make most of your decisions from that overly emotional, erratic, unpredictable, reactive self. So whilst this part of our brain likes to sometimes make decisions based on positive emotions, it also likes to sneak in irrational, fear-led conclusions that, if we're not careful, can dictate the way that we conduct ourselves. The outcome for this video is straightforward. By the end of it, I want you to be able to recognize 10 different types of automatic negative thought, and then work out which ones frequently appear in your brain. Even better, then you're going to figure out how to move past them in a more rational manner. If you want any more insight into these sorts of tools or this way of thinking, what I'll do in the description is leave a link to one of my favorite Udemy courses at the moment, which is a CBT practitioner course. Hopefully that'll give you some insight and allow you to dig a bit deeper on this topic. Ready to start taking back control? Me too. As I provide the definitions and examples, what I want you to do is to carefully consider and reflect. Do any of these apply to you? Do any of them sneak into your subconscious and dictate the way that you do things, dictate the decisions that you make? Number 1, overgeneralization. This is using the evidence from one event to dictate how future experiences will go. So if something bad happens once, it's going to happen again and again and again. I failed my driving test once. I'm never going to be good enough to pass. The last time I asked someone out on a date, they rejected me. I'm always going to be alone. Number 2, the positivity filter. This is a focus on negatives and ignoring the positives. It includes ignoring positive evidence that contradicts your negative perspective on the situation. Well, she said she liked the present, but she hasn't tried it on yet. She must hate it. The grade was good, but I just can't believe I made that spelling error. The tutor must think I'm an absolute idiot. Number 3, all or nothing thinking. This is a good example of binary thinking, so things are either good or bad, right or wrong. There's no middle ground. I can't do this perfectly, so I might as well not bother. Oh, I've got a pimple. I'm so disgusting. Number 4, personalizing. Essentially, this is taking responsibility for things that are not your fault. That feeling that things that people say and do is a direct response to something you've done or somehow related to your actions. It's been an hour now. She hasn't called me back. I must have said something to upset her. The roof is leaking. Why does the world hate me so much? Number 5, catastrophizing. Disaster is imminent. The worst case scenario is the one that you expect the most. I'm going to make a fool of myself at this party. It's no wonder no one likes me. This is the 5th migraine this month. I should have gone to the doctor. It's going to be a tumour. It's going to be too late to treat. Number 6, emotional reasoning. If things feel true, they must be true. Mistaking your feelings for facts. I feel ugly. I am ugly. I feel hopeless right now. This situation is hopeless. Number 7, mind reading. Making an assumption about someone's thoughts, feelings, or actions without seeking the proper evidence. I can tell they think I'm a loser. I messed up that interview. I could see it in their eyes. Number 8, the fortune-telling error. Predicting an outcome and assuming that as fact. This can be self-fulfilling because it can limit behavioural change. I've always been anxious. I'll never be able to change. I just know this relationship's going to fail. Number 9, should statements. Setting yourself up to fail by setting a should, ought, or must statement. This can create unrealistic expectations for yourself and for others. It's inflexible and it doesn't allow you to be responsive to new evidence. I shouldn't get angry. I must lose weight to be attractive. Number 10, magnification or minimisation. Exaggerating the importance of negative experience or evidence while reducing the importance of positive information and experience. I know everyone said they loved my speech, but I stumbled over the intro. I've ruined the whole event. I can't believe I had spinach in my teeth. The interview went so great, but they're just going to think I'm a slob. That's 10 different types of automatic negative thoughts. We all have them, but some of us are just much better at rationalizing things. So did any of those 10 sound familiar? If they did, tell me in the comments. I want to know what's happening to you. So you ready to beat these? I knew you would be. Listen, there's going to be a link on screen and in the description to part 2 of this. And there we're going to figure out how to defeat these negative thoughts. My name is Alex. This is A Happy Change. You're doing fabulously. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.